Want to chat with Deepseek R1 or even generate images? In this video, we will set up Open WebUI, as well as ComfyUI, to be able to chat with Deepseek and generate images locally. But before we can start, we need to install the NVIDIA Container Toolkit. You can find all commands in our blog post. Add the NVIDIA GPG keys to your sources. Then run sudo apt update and install the NVIDIA Container Toolkit. You can check if it is working by running NVIDIA CTK//version. We then need to configure Docker to use it, and after that, restart the Docker service. Create a folder for your container and move into it. Then create a file named dockercompose.yaml. In this file, paste the configuration that you can find at our blog. And then start the container by running Docker Compose up. Once the container is up and running, open your browser and go to your machine's IP:3000. Click on Get Started and create your account. The first time you log in after an update, you should see the changelog. Click on OK. The next step is to get a model. Click on your profile and go to the Admin panel. Then Settings and Models. In here, click on Manage Models. On the text box that says Pull a Model from OLlama, write Deepseek/R1:7B and click the Download button. After it's done, you can go back to the chat. Select the Deepseek model and let's chat with it. As you can see, the very first message takes a while. But after the model is on RAM, the following responses are way faster. If your responses aren't as fast, check if your GPU is being correctly used. We can do that by using NVTop. Let's send a big prompt and check NVTop again. As you can see, the usage quickly goes up. And once our response is given, the usage goes back down. To have your container running in the background, stop it using Control-C and then start it up again adding /D to the command. Let's now set up ComfyUI. This app will let us create images using various models we can find on the web. Clone the GitHub repository from AI.doc and go into its folder. Using Nano, edit the .env file. In here, set the direct address as your machine's local IP and set WebAuth to false. Next, let's edit the Docker Compose file. Scroll down a little until you see a comment saying, "For NVIDIA GPUs," and uncomment the lines below it. Now run Docker Compose up with the //build and /D arguments. Wait for the container to build and start. On your browser, go to your IP:8188. At first, you will see a bunch of nodes that might not make sense to you, but let's try to generate an image. Click on the blue Q button. This error tells us that we do not have a model yet. The creators of ComfyUI recommend Civet AI. In here, you will have to search for a checkpoint. I will leave a link in the description to the one I will be using. After downloading it, let's move it to the correct folder. Go to Workspace, ComfyUI, Models, Checkpoints, and in here, create a folder with the name of the base of your model. In my case, it is SD1.5. Then inside that folder, paste the model. Back to ComfyUI, go to the Models tab and hit the Cloud button to refresh the list. Drag and drop your model to its node and try to generate an image. And that's it. You can now try to change the prompt to get the type of image you want. Now let's go back to Open WebUI and connect it to ComfyUI. In the settings, go to the Images tab. In there, select ComfyUI as the generation engine. Copy its URL and set it. Enable image generation and image prompt generation. Go to ComfyUI and export your workflow in the API format. On Open WebUI, import it. We then need to set the node IDs. Put both windows side by side and fill the fields. Set your model name. and the image size and steps. Back to the chat. Click on the plus icon and enable image. Write a prompt and wait a little. Remember, the first time always takes longer as the model is being loaded into RAM. And that's it. Now you can generate images while chatting with Deepseek on Open WebUI. To chat without generating an image, click on the plus icon and disable image. And that's all. Thanks for watching and keep exploring the world of tech.